welcome to my show. In this video, we will examine why Paul can never be called an apostle. Well, there goes the light, shenanigans of the devil. When I record Paul, something happens. But you can still see me. The lights went out as soon as I started the video. But you can still see me. I can see that. Alrighty guys, why we cannot call Paul an apostle is for the following 4 reasons. First of all, it's very important to know that none of the chosen 12 apostles, including Matthias, all were handpicked by Jesus, including Matthias. Check out Acts. He was chosen by Jesus also. None of these 12 apostles, now the lights are flickering. This is to disturb me, but I won't. I will still continue and call out the bluff. None of these 12 apostles ever called Paul an apostle. They didn't, guys. Why? Why didn't they ever call him an apostle? Bet some of you didn't know that. Because the only man who was calling himself an apostle was good old Paulie. He called himself an apostle. Apostle Paul, chosen for this, chosen for that. And the apostles never called him, the 12. Let's go now to Jesus. Did Jesus ever call him an apostle? Did he even ever call Paul an apostle? No, he didn't. He didn't. This is the second reason. Nowhere in the whole Bible Jesus ever called Paul an apostle. Ever mentioned that he's an apostle, Paul. This is the second reason. Or tell me where in the Bible. He just doesn't mention. The lights are back now. Maybe the Lord is pleased with this video. Third reason. The apostles never, beg your pardon, Jesus never uttered the word Paul. This is the third reason in the entire Bible. If he was such an important player who will take away, contribute 14 books in the Bible, including Hebrews, then Jesus should have mentioned at least one. I'll be sending my faithful boy, Paul, a 13th apostle, because 12 he had chosen, including Matthias. Now this is the 13th man, the unlucky 13th man. He also is an apostle, right? According to his own repeatedly saying. Apostle Paul, Apostle Paul, chosen, whatever, blah, blah, blah. So the only person who was calling himself an apostle among these 13 apostles was Paul. Alright? He's a self-proclaimed apostle, guys. Fourth reason is only very shocking. Now we know Jesus didn't utter the word Paul. He never called him an apostle, never made any reference either in his ministry, like before resurrection or after resurrection, even as he gave the high commission to us in Matthew 28:18-20. Jesus never mentions the word apostle Paul, the expression or the word Paul itself. Nothing. It's completely missing blank. So this gives us food for thought. And after resurrection, in the future events to happen, recorded in the book of Revelation, Jesus again mentions Paul, does not mention Paul at all. Nothing. So all we have is testimony of Paul for his own self. That's why I call him a self-proclaimed apostle. No evidence. Now let's go to the conversion. You will say, but he was converted. He saw a vision of Jesus. No, he didn't. He claimed, I and 8 billion people who inhabit world. Check the population clock. We are exceeding 8 billion. All of us can say we saw a vision of Jesus, and he talked to me and said, go be my apostle or disciple, whatever. All that was created, guys. You know why? Because Paul doesn't have even one witness. He has no credible witnesses at all. Only he is his own witness. But the thing is, we don't ask questions. We completely believed his carrot and horse salvation doctrine, saved by grace through faith. Grace, of course, is a word Jesus never uttered in the Bible. This must be scandalizing you guys, the unversed people. Jesus never mentioned the word grace in the Bible. How can you be saved by grace through faith? And this was rejected by Jesus on the day of judgment, Matthew 25:31-46. So all this keep in mind. Paulie had zero witnesses, no credible witnesses, no 2 or 3 people as it is mandatory in Bible as taught by Moses in Deuteronomy, I believe. Deuteronomy, I'll give you just that right now. In Deuteronomy says everything has to be established by the testimony of 2 or 3. Jesus confirmed that in Matthew, and then Paul himself in Corinthians. That Paul also says every fact has to be established by witnesses of 2 or 3. Credible witnesses, of course. You can't have uncredible or discredited people of shady background. You have to have credible witnesses. Paul had zero, nothing, none, zilch, zip, zippo, nothing. Then how did we accept him as an apostle, guys? Zero witnesses. Jesus doesn't mention his name. Jesus never calls him an apostle. And the remaining 12 also do not call him an apostle. I don't care if he writes 14 books of 14,000. I can never call him. There are no credible witnesses for his conversion. There is no credible testimony that he's an apostle. Not from Jesus, not from the apostles. Anyway, that's all for the day, guys. Thank you for watching. Have a wonderful day. God bless you all.